Hello and welcome. And today we're going to make dinner for dining in your dorm room. And today we are going to use the Dezin pot, which we have 2 here, and we're going to make ravioli. Alright, we're going to use the cooking instructions on this brand, which says to carefully add the frozen ravioli to boiling water, which we're going to boil in our pot, our electric pot. And it says to boil for 3 to 5 minutes. And also on this is the nutrition, and it's about 8 pieces or 140 grams will be 42 carbs. And pasta is so easy to mix with different types of sauces. You can make it the main dish, you can make it part of a salad. You can do a whole lot with pasta. And so stick around. Let's find out what we're going to do. First, we have 2 Dezin pots here. We have this one, which just comes with a lid and a tray to boil hard-boiled eggs. We do not need the tray for the eggs or the lid. And this one comes with a steamer, vegetable steamer, and a lid. We do not need either one of those. We just need the pot. So the reason why we're cooking with both of these today is because we have both of my sons home and everybody's home. So we're going to cook for 4 people, which means we're going to need 2 pots since this isn't a huge pot to do all of it in one pot. All right, let's get cooking. All right, so we just put water in both of the electric pots, and one of my sons is plugging it in. We're going to turn it on to high, and all right, so up are the two lines, which would be pushing it up, is high. So this one is now on. You can do that one.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay. All right, I couldn't see it. Okay, so we're gonna take a few minutes and wait for this water to boil, and we'll add our raviolis. Now, this is more for the end product of what we're making. We're going to use spinach, and we're going to use some tomatoes, some of which are from our garden and some of which we bought at the store. You can use cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes, it doesn't matter. And we picked up a package of already cleaned baby spinach, and what I did is I tore up the leaves and put them on the plates already. And the water still isn't boiling, but you can see the bubbles starting to form. My son is going to put in the raviolis, and when he pours them, he's going to be very careful to pour them slowly, and because they are frozen, and away from him to help reduce splashing.
How many bags put in?
I would put in that whole bag if it fits in that pot, because we're going to cook for all 4 of us. And we got another bag of raviolis out, as the first bag was already opened and mostly empty. Very carefully. Good. Are they all out? Good. All right. I would put a little bit in this pot, not as much. This side is already open. You're going to want to reach in with this kind of bag because of the way that it's opened. So just reach in with your hands, which are clean. So don't worry. Yeah, I would grab a whole handful. And then we'll start the timer. Oh. A little more gently this time. Here. You think that'll be enough for all 4 of us?
I think so, yeah.
You think so? Okay. All right. Start the timer. And then every once in a while we're going to stir them so that they don't stick to one another. And this is a Teflon pan, so it won't stick to the pan, but they will stick to one another. Also, because this is sticking out, Some of these are sticking up. There we go. Like that. We don't want those sticking together. Every once in a while, just take your spoon in, or whatever your stirring device is. So we're almost there. We're almost done. And they are starting to float, which is what they're supposed to do. The cooking instructions are very similar for tortellini. And you can get your pasta filled with anything. These are just filled with cheese for this meal. You can get it filled with whatever you want. Meat, vegetables. And very carefully unplug it and turn it off. And he's going to pour it into the strainer, which is already in our sink. Okay. Good job. Okay. Now, we're going to return our pasta, our raviolis, back to the pans. And we're going to add pesto for this dish that we're making. Pesto is basically olive oil, basil, and garlic. And I bought a store brand instead of making it. You can buy this already made at the grocery store for you. Okay? So let's pour some of the raviolis back. We're going to have to divide them up between the two pans. And they might have a little more room this time. I don't know. We'll see how much fill the pot up. Okay, good. All right. Now we have a pre-measured amount, 1/3 cup of the pesto, which is the green sauce here. And we're gonna put it on the raviolis and stir it in. Stir them up. So, yeah, if you've never heard of pesto, it's a little bit different, a little bit lighter than marinara, which is the red sauce that you would put on pasta. Let's say you didn't have a sauce to put on your pasta. I have been known in times when I was in college to put a little bit of butter on it, a little bit of salt and pepper, and some Parmesan. It doesn't have to be fancy Parmesan. Any old stuff, even the stuff from the green can, that's fine. And your pasta tastes just fine that way. Okay. All right, that did pretty good.